What's up, Soul Fam and everyone out there in the world? This is Untitled Chapter, and this is going to be a general reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars for the second half of the Sun transitioning sign of Virgo. Now, with that being said, the Sun is our actions, our viewpoints, and how we see the world, and it's going to be in the energies of Virgo, aka mutable Earth, aka being mutable and adaptable to our own and other people's ways of thinking and being practical. Now, you Aries are a cardinal fire sign. Okay, you initiate and create new ways of seeing and feeling the emotions. And Aries itself was born out of the first house of self and individuality, as well as personal interests and personal insecurities. Now, Virgo, since the Sun is in Virgo, Virgo is born out of the 6th house of work, scheduling, routine, day-to-day patterns, which falls under routine and health. So, with that being said, I'm going to shuffle the Universal Celtic Tarot deck 2 or 3 more times, and pull 9 cards, including an overall from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, and then clarify it with the Waite Tarot deck, and then end it off with the Moonology Oracle deck to see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. Now, with that being said, I'm going to shuffle this one more time, and we will begin with the first spread, and then a clarifying, of course. So, So, the overall reading of the card, or of the spread, of your spread, is the High Priestess, which is Taurus energy. So you could be doing the Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or have Taurus in your chart, and so these energies will be amplified for you during the second half of the Sun transitioning sign of Virgo. Now, with that being said, this is a card of listening to intuition. As you can see here, the moon is behind the woman, which the woman represents internal light, aka feelings and emotions. So you're going within and following your intuition, being guided through your emotions, as well as, and this card can also mean secrecy as well. So watch out from keeping secrets from others, or others keeping secrets from you during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Virgo. Now, the first card that you get is the 9 of Cups. So the 9 of Cups is talking about you being emotionally sufficient, emotionally independent, and having everything that you need in the emotional realm, even though you may not have everything that you want in the emotional realm. You're very independent in your emotions at this time. Okay, this is a really good card and a really good energy to be in. So, because it's just emotional independence. You're not relying on anybody else outside of you to be emotionally independent on. Okay? So, with that being said, you are being emotionally independent and sufficient and having everything you need in the emotional world during the second half of the Sun transition sign of Virgo. Now, the second card that you get is the 6 of Swords, which is a card about traveling and more internal traveling with your thoughts to another mentality, moving from one mentality to another, but it can be you moving from one physical place to another as well. But you are transitioning from one place to another, either externally or internally with your thoughts. So, you are moving away from something. We'll clarify this when we get to it. Now, your third card is the Emperor card. So this is your energy, because the Emperor in the Major Arcana represents Aries energy. So you could be dealing with a fellow Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, and you already have Aries in your chart, so you're standing in your power, which this card in itself, and the energy for the Emperor, is about taking leadership and taking power and control over your life as a whole, okay, or over what you are wanting and desiring to do in your life. Now with the fourth card that you get from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck is the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is you being emotionally balanced and having gone through a lot of emotions in the past. You've learned how to rise above those emotions and become emotionally stable, even though you've had a lot of hardships that has happened to you in the past, because the King of Cups doesn't get to the King of Cups energy without first having gone through past hardships. Okay, similarly, you don't know what another person has experienced unless you've experienced it for yourself, at least full-heartedly and 100% know how they are. Okay, so with that being said, you have gone through hardships, but don't let these hardships get to you and rock you off your seat of sitting on top of your emotions and being able to give sound advice to others that need emotional advice from you. And just don't cut people down by becoming the King of Cups in reverse with those emotions. Alright, don't become emotionally unstable and unbalanced. Remain in balance with your emotions, or remain stable and grounded within your emotions. Now, your fifth card is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is you moving passionately towards what you want and desire, and you're very adamant about what you want and desire as well. Okay, so this is a card of fast movement, and very passionate fast movement, like I said. So we'll clarify this to see what you're moving towards, or why you're moving towards something very passionately. But in other words, in any case, you are really moving passionately towards what you want and desire during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now your sixth card is the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is talking about working and sharing your craft with others, but in this particular Three of Pentacles, the man is by himself, so you could be working by yourself during this time. Alright? So, but you are sharing what you are working on as a whole during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now with the seventh card that you get from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck is the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is talking about you going through a planning stage. Normally in the typical Waite deck, it has the man between two wands, and they are held towards the wall, or to the wall, by let's call it like metal balls, meaning that you are grounded and you're planning, but with that Two of Wands, the ward is in his hand, so he's holding the ward and looking at the bigger picture of his life. So remember to look at the bigger picture of your life as a whole while you are in this planning stage to move forward with what's best for your highest good and the betterment of your well-being during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now, your eighth card from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck is the Eight of Pentacles. So I feel like you are working very hard on a particular matter or business or whatever the case may be. There is a sense of work and mastering your craft while working during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. So keep working hard, keep doing what's best for you and your individuality. Now with your last card, but definitely not least from the Universal Celtic Tarot deck, you get the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is talking about dreams or illusions, but it can also talk about choices in your life. If you have a lot of choices in your life, narrow it down to 2 or 3 main choices in your life, so you're not all over the place. Okay? Do your best to focus on 2 or 3 main things before you get all over the place, because a Jack of Trades is a master of none, but the only way you can master it is if you focus and put energy work into a specific topic. Now if you have multiple, like I said, narrow it down to 2 or 3 so you can focus on those as a whole, so you can master those and not have a little dibble dabble here and not really have anything that you fully have mastered. Okay, so do so during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now let's move on to clarifications. So, the High Priestess is clarified by the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is talking about a new relationship, a new energy within an existing relationship, or you listening to your higher self. Which, with it clarifying the High Priestess, I feel very wholeheartedly that you are following your higher self during this moment, following what you feel called to go towards when it comes to your individuality, or going towards what you want by listening to your individuality, because your higher self is your individuality in a sense, but it's the more pure and highest, a high angle, aka a higher thought form for you to rise above animalistic natures, and by listening to your intuition, you are doing so. Now, with the Nine of Cups is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles is talking about you going through, or not going through, but having a material opportunity come into your life, okay? So you are having a material opportunity in a new beginning in the material world, dealing with a material opportunity, and this, being in this, or accepting this opportunity is going to put you in the energies of being emotionally independent and sufficient. Okay, so this opportunity in the material world is helping you be in this energy of emotional sufficiency and independence, as well as having everything that you need in the emotional world. But you may not have everything that you want. Now moving on to the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is clarified by once again your energy. So just like the Emperor, you could be dealing with or the First Emperor, you could be dealing with a fellow Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars, or you already have Aries in your chart, so you are standing in your power, and very much so with two Emperor cards being in the same spread. But by you taking leadership and power and control as being a father-like figure, I forgot to mention that with this one, the Emperor is a fatherly-like figure. So do what's fatherly and best for others while taking leadership and power and control over what you want and desire to do in your life during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. But by doing this, you are moving away from a mentality or some type of external place by being in the Emperor energy. So with the Emperor, the Emperor is clarified by the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is talking about you having everything that you need and want in the material world, because you've worked really hard to get to where you are. So that is a good thing, but you must watch out for greediness or selfishness or self-centeredness or fear, or being scared to go after new things due to being in the energies of having already worked so far to get where you are presently. Don't stay at the top or think that you need to, or once you get to the top that that's all there is, because you always want to strive for more and more and more at an equal amount, okay? Not all at once, where you want to gradually increase yourself and broaden yourself open so that you don't have, what I'm trying to say is the moment that you feel like you're on the top, the only way to go is down. Alright, so if you feel like you have already done everything that you can do, the only thing that's you're going to go is down, because there's nothing to work after. So spirits, being no thing, no shape, no form, and spirits themselves love transformation. They thrive in transformation. This is why that you can see a lot more people watching the news, which is all about negativity, other than doing what's best for you, or not doing what's best for you, but working for more, or working for positivity. There's more people that will focus on negatives than the positives when it comes to life in general. So, kind of lost my train of thought, but don't remain at the top. Always strive for more. It's pretty much what I'm attempting to say. Now with the King of Cups, the King of Cups is clarified by the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is talking about conflict, and minor conflict at that. As you can see here, not really fighting with each other. This guy's not even really swinging at anybody, he's just raising it up. This guy over here is carrying it on his back, or not really doing anything either. So this is minor conflict. Minor conflict by your own doing maybe, or minor conflict from others, but clarifying the King of Cups, you need to be emotionally stable during this time. Taking other people's emotions into consideration if you're dealing with others, and don't let yourself be deter you from falling off this grounded energy because of this minor conflict, because this minor conflict is easily solvable. You just got to pinpoint where this minor conflict is and then move forward with doing so. Now with the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is again similar to the Nine of Wands is similar to the Seven of Wands. So you've gone through a lot of hardships. There was a card. Yeah, the King of Cups is what I was talking about. So the King of Cups is talking about you having gone through already hardships, but it's coming up again with the Nine of Wands. So this Nine of Wands is, again, another reminder to not let past hardships get in the way from going after what you passionately want and desire in your life. Don't let the failures that you've had in the past deter you off this road of going after what you want and desire in a passionate way. And instead of drowning in these past hardships, we want to extract the wisdom out of those past hardships so that you can implement them into the present, moving on to the future and going after what you want and desire passionately during the second half of the Sun transitioning sign of Virgo. Now with the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups is talking about sharing, or it can be a card of nostalgia. So like I said, this is the Six of Cups is clarifying the Three of Pentacles, which I already talked about sharing with the Three of Pentacles. So this is just an emphasis on showing what you have worked on and what you want to put out into the world. So you're sharing what you're putting out into the world during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Now with the Two of Wands, the Two of Wands is clarified by the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is you communicating about what you want and desire. So because you're communicating or wanting to communicate what you want and desire in your life, you are planning on how to do so during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. Okay, plan accordingly, but don't be stuck in that planning phase, nor allow yourself to cut people down with the communication that you want to give out when it comes to whatever it is that you want and desire to do in your life as a whole. Now with the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles is clarified by the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is talking about you giving birth to a new material business, work, aspirational goal, while learning along the way. Okay? Pages always carry a sense of studentship, or being a student energy, and learning along the way. And in this case, you are learning more and more about how to implement this work, business, aspirational goal into the external world for others to see, while working on that goal, aspiration, business, or work as a whole during the second half of the Sun transition in the sign of Virgo. And it is clarifying the Eight of Cups. So, not Eight of Cups, but Eight of Pentacles. So it's just an emphasis on you working really hard, but you are learning along the way while doing so. Now with the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups is clarified by the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is talking about you being in a place of deciding what to do. You may be in a, neutral space, not sure which side to go, or even maybe because, let me backtrack. Because it's clarifying the Seven of Cups, you may be deciding what choices that you want. What do you want to do when it comes to dreams, or what illusions you may be in that you need to get rid of. This is a card of choices and decisions, but as you can see here, I don't know if you can see, but the moon is, right here, the moon is in the Two of Swords, so this is a card about you following your intuition during the second half of the sun, transitioning the sign of Virgo when it comes to dreams, illusions, or just choices that you have in your life that you want and desire to do during the second half of the sun, transitioning the sign of Virgo. Now, moving on to the Moonology Oracle deck. Let's see what Mother Moon has to say to you through me. Let's shuffle this one more time, and we will get to pulling these cards. Wow. Beautiful cards. Anyways, your first card is Fixed Moon. So this is Hold Your Vision. So Mother Moon, your first card for Mother Moon to you through me is Fixed Moon. Hold your vision. So hold this vision that you have. There's a vision that you have gotten, because this can be an idea that you give into yourself that involves the material world, right? And we can see here that you are working really hard with the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles as well, and the Page of Pentacles clarifying the Eight of Pentacles, which means that you're learning how to implement this vision into the world, as well as all these movement cards and taking power and control over your life and what you want and desire to do during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo. So hold your vision while doing so. Now, the second card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is forecasted. So a win-win outcome is forecasted for you. So just know that no matter what choices, as you can see here with the Two of Swords, that you do, a win-win outcome is forecasted for you. But in my advice, do what's best for you and implement these plans into the world. Implement this material opportunity into the world. Implement this work that you have into the world, because you are entering a win-win outcome, or there is a win-win outcome that is forecasted for you. So why not go all in, especially if there's a win-win outcome forecasted? Okay, so your last card from Mother Moon to you through me is Full Moon in Scorpio. It's time to release negativity. So it is time to release negativity. Release the hardships that you have in the past. That's represented by this Nine of Wands. Release anything, any hardships that you've gone through in the past and endured, because you know how to handle these. Alright? In this Five of Wands, very could be you needing to learn how to control and handle your emotions when dealing with these hardships that you have in the past. Whatever the case may be, release the negativity and release the negative thoughts and feelings, and instead create higher perspectives and create and agree with positive thoughts and feelings by understanding and overstanding that you as a spirit are no thing, no shape, no form, only, again, creating and agreeing with thoughts and feelings. Alright? So, I think, like Mother Moon said, release the negativity. Now, with that being said, that will be all for this reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mars. I hope this helped. I hope this brought clarity or aided you in any way. Shout out to the whole Soul family. Shout out to Dora the Primal Man. Shout out to Wise Astrology, Esoteric Cloud, so for Anita Flying High. If you're looking for crystals and gems, go check out Lex Crystal Goddess or Sammy Sensation on IG. If you're looking for hats, go check out VI Israel. If you're looking for wands or any type of crystals, other crystals besides Lex Crystal Goddess and Sammy Sensations, then go check out wands55.com. Again, shout out to the whole Soul family. I wish you the best during the second half of the sun transition in the sign of Virgo. And until next time, y'all take care, y'all be blessed. But remember, you'll never be blessed. And with that being said, take care. Peace.